Jeez. I know why. Give me a second. That's that. I'll have it fixed in 2
Play
seconds.
typewriters,
It
yes.
will be
Yeah,
here.
let's just type into this stuff.
Bang.
What is wrong with?
No, apologies. My OBS decided to change what it was using for sound.
And is it Betty Whitell with an L in the end, or is it Betty White?
Nope,
without
I
an L?
mistyped.
Who's Betty Whitell? Yeah.
It helps if I
It
don't.
must be the doppelganger.
It helps
Well,
if I don't
you
mistype.
start with Betty White A, and then Betty White B, and
Yeah.
roll with Betty White L.
Okay, it helps
Well-
if I don't mistype.
Well, how do we know she isn't a bunch of clones?
No. This is Betty Whitetail. She's from Germany.
Vittel.
Vittel.
Vittel. Jawohl,
Betty
mein Herr.
Vittel. Ja, das ist gut. Und guten Sabbat. Und der German is not even here.
Nine Sprechen.
Nein.
Right. Sorry.
Jawohl.
Welcome to 2Die4 RPG channel, where you can see us jokers play role-playing games.
And
I would-
having no mercy whatsoever to the guy organizing the OBS.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I can see the game masters. I can see my own name next to the sword over there, and my picture is not exactly in the box. There's a line there, and
Oh, and
Right,
which
oh,
side should it be on? Should it be more leaning towards this side?
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll move
probably.
over here
you're
into
pretty
the-
spot on there. But it's the
For some reason, if I line up with the camera, I'm behind my heart.
All right. It's just
Right.
weird.
You
playing.
happy
Oh,
now?
So I suppose I could move the camera.
We're never happy, bro.
We're,
When
we're
are you
never,
gonna
we're
learn?
never happy. The images on the left side, they go over the overlay.
That's even worse.
Actually, what would happen if I put my camera there?
We're
I'm going to send
happen.
men over to their addresses to mark the spots where they have to sit to be perfectly in line for the cameras.
Roll over, play dead.
I am not saying that the positioning are wrong. I'm saying the edges are wrong. They're overflowing their containment.
Ah, damn. All right, hold on. That's
Like you can see a little bit of my
yeah.
camera over next to the sword tip over there, and
all right. Hold on.
Zim's camera is going over there.
Hold on. I can
These
fix.
small things that are making you look extremely professional.
So, happy, given you're starting your 13th month, this would be happy
Yeah.
anniversary for us.
Now it's fixed. Okay.
It's much prettier. I do appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Sorry, I was.
You may now drop rocks on my head.
Yeah.
We all have our strengths, and Wooster's
No,
is.
He's not going to drop
OBS.
rocks, he's going to drop poop.
No,
And
I should
storytelling.
change it from OBS to OCD because that's what you have to do to make it look pretty.
That's pretty good, bro.
I was going to say that, but I couldn't remember what it was in English.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, crap, damn it. OCD.
Yeah. So, what's been revealed is the. No, I'm guessing there's no news anyone has to go through before we start going into the story.
We
But
could
no.
announce. We could announce what game is going to be played.
We're still in pre-banter mode, I
Yeah.
suppose.
So yeah.
You should
There's a
hurry,
lot of-
or as soon as we go in, I'm blowing up the cathedral. I'm just saying. I'm doing it hardcore.
Yeah. Yes. Sims went from blowing up my Mr. Gutsy to blowing up my cathedrals that I've laid out that are beautiful, have stood the test of time. He's going to blast holes in them.
That was not my fault. No one says sit in the front and stay in the front. Come on.
Yeah.
We now know we have to be very explicit with Kynan.
Apparently.
I
Well,
think I
Froggy-
think there's been maybe a wee issue with repairs from Jack in the tactical software programming.
Okay,
Yeah.
look,
It seems like Froggy is Michelangelo.
like me personally, I know that my character is like 7 feet, it's like 7 feet 5 inches tall.
Yeah.
But I know I'm the glass cannon, and Darian is the tank. So I will go behind Darian.
Yeah, and you
Armor.
still have exactly as much service area to be hit with as I do.
Yeah. Okay. And if nothing changes, just confirming, Simmy Boy, we will be playing Fallout on Friday night coming up.
Yeah, next
And
week,
you're muted,
Friday
sir.
night.
I'm sorry, my son was talking to me. Now, what was the question?
Just confirming with you, sir. If no plans change, we will be doing Fallout
Yep.
on Friday.
Fallout on Friday again.
Mhm.
It's probably going to be only like 2 more episodes because this game is just shorter. This is more like try out the system. Let's have some fun. Shoot
Yeah.
some things. I blew up a gutsy, so it's fine. I'm
He's
satisfied.
got back at me. He's taken my character out of the game. He's taken my character out of the game. He's finally got one of us else to take the hits and not one of his characters.
Yep.
He's now satisfied there.
Uh,
On to the next game to do it to someone else.
what game I'm running after that, I don't know.
Mm.
It's kind of up in the air. I would like a game where I get all of you to play.
Mm.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how everything. We'll see how the schedules line up and whatnot.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem is, aside of Saturday, I don't think there's a lot of options we all can be at the same time at the same place.
It's just that I'm American and, I get busy.
You know what?
Stuff is hard for me.
Okay, Carlos, I'm gonna hold you to that because surprise is that me and my wife are trying to see what it's going to take for us all to go back to the U.S. So when I get back on the U.S. time zone, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm like, hey man, we on this because my parents we're going back to Texas. So I'm like, I don't want to hear shit from you.
Yeah, then I will be giving you shit because I have a life in the EU, and so does that other guy over there.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
cool,
Who are
Zimmy.
you guys?
When you're back here in the USA, we'll hang out for a beer. You in
Back
Texas
in
and me in
the
Oregon.
USSA.
Okay.
I mean, we still got like another 2 years before that happens.
Or
It's a long process.
Or maybe I'll move into Canada with John and
Blink.
we'll start a
Come on
company. over there.
down.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
Canadians, and we'll be all, and we all will be sorry.
Yes, we all remember. If you want to keep your Canadian citizenship, you have to say sorry at least 10 times a day.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, I had to tell you that.
I'm not sorry.
If you
at
listen carefully, you will hear a slight click each time Blink says sorry. He's got a clicker just to make sure he's on quota for the day.
Yeah.
There's a government
one time
inspector at his
acc-
door waiting to
If
check
the
it.
if the sound bothers you on the stream, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
See,
last
you
week,
heard
we
it.
even saw a
You heard it.
mountie behind him when just before he said he stand sorry. There was a glimpse of a mountie.
Yeah, if you see him looking over there, that's the Mountie telling him, "Yep, no, you got another 20 to do." Anyway, joking aside, unless you guys got one more joke to get out of you first.
No, I'm just wondering, are we going to announce what we're going to be doing in June? Or
That is the thing. June
Hey, we
is
should do this
looking-
professionally. Yeah.
June
Da,
is
da,
looking
da,
like
da.
it's going to be Shards of Destiny.
Yeah.
However, there's also some underlying scheduling difficulties that may or may not manifest, but we'll have to take it a week at a time.
Yeah.
and on the 5th of June, I might not be coherent. I might be hungover. I don't know.
We
Your
should say it.
coherence would be in the normal range.
Ah,
Your birthday's coming up, right?
yeah, on the 4th of
And
June.
there we go. We should check out the stream and stuff and
Ooh.
give you a big ol' Happy birthday and all that jazz. That's
I was
next
going to say
weekend.
Happy
What are we gonna
Independence
do
Day,
with
but
the-
I'm
It's 2
weekends away,
the
right?
wrong month. I'm thinking of.
The Fortnite game is on the 4th. What am I gonna do about that?
Yeah, it's going to be a following game on the same day. Ooh.
All right, you're not in that.
Competition.
I already forgot.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Shards of Destiny. That's I'll be ready for that. I'll pull a story. No, I got a story ready.
Yeah.
Just gotta prep it with you guys.
You were going to say out of your ass, weren't you? Said
Yeah,
pull a
but-
story.
There's always a
And then
whiff
you-
of something.
Yeah, my stories are full of bullshit, right?
You say that, I didn't. No, I'm joking.
Well, before we went live, somebody mentioned like if the Pope shits in the woods, does it still smell bad? So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what do we wind up for on the title of the episode here?
Oh yes.
Hunters
The
Gather.
Hunters Gather.
Yes.
The Hunters Gather. That's right.
Hunter Gatherers.
I'd rather be a hunter than a gatherer.
Yeah.
But you know what I would like to do? But joking aside, I would like to do one. It's either going to be a one shot or a 2-episode thing where I'll run it. Carlos can run it. I don't care who can run it. A level 20 game. Everybody's level 20. You're fully powered up. You get all these. You'll get a number of enchanted magic items, and something's going to have to happen. But I would like to see a level 20. Hey, let's do this.
This is when we find out Sim is actually running us through the storyline for Predators.
I could actually do this. I mean,
We're just slowly picked off one by one.
We'd have to be fighting gods, right? At that
Basically.
point.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
demons.
how often do you get? How
Or
often do
ancient
you play
dragons.
D&D? You actually get a level 20 game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it
We-
once with 5e, and that was at the end of a 4-year campaign.
Exactly.
I had never gotten to play a level 20 campaign, even one that started at level 20.
It
Um,
takes a
The
lot.
highest I've gotten to was level 15. That started from level 1 though, so
Yeah, you need a wee bit of while to actually write up a level 20 character, because you have to then go through. You have to look through all the options and go, right, what options
That's-
make sense?
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you say we're doing this, you're like, okay, you guys got a month to plan this. We
Yeah.
got it. I just want to be like, okay, I walk in, meteor swarm.
I already know what class I want to be.
So, Midsummer Special on Summer Solstice, level 20 level 20 game.
Ooh, that's
I don't know. Me and Carlos will rock, paper, scissors. Who gets to run that shit, and then we'll do it.
All right.
I was thinking, just a second, a level 20 monk should be able to fall from orbit and not take
Yeah,
any damage when
Pretty
they
much, sure. It's like there's a lot of.
Well,
There's a lot of
What's his name? Master Chief.
It's a flying squirrel thing. Yeah.
No,
That's a
Major Tom.
Major.
yeah. I mean, there's a shit ton of key points. Thunder strike. Thunder strike.
So guys,
Turn off
are we-
banter.
Actually,
let me just check when the Summer Solstice is.
The
I'll
21st
see
of June.
So I'm turning off
Yeah.
banter. We've got.
Yeah.
We'll be just wrapping up
Imagine
this
the length of those
conversation,
battles.
and then we're into
Froggy,
game.
they'll either be very long or very, very short.
I already have an idea in my head.
Same here.
I don't.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I don't when talking about 5th edition. It would take me a while to study it.
Well, that's the thing.
Maybe I
If
can
it was AD&D, monks only went up to level 18 because then you were the Grandmaster of Flowers and you couldn't go any higher.
What?
If it was the Pathfinder, I would know exactly what I'm playing. But if it's D&D, it takes me a while.
I'm guessing we're
That's
not
right.
going to start in the pub.
Hey, I got D&D Beyond. I'll send a link. It's all gravy from there. You just gotta point and click.
Oh yeah, it does make it easier.
All right,
Right.
let's go.
Yeah.
We're in ROM.
Okay.
When in Rom.
Oh wait.
So so from the previous storylines, the previous recaps has been the characters have found themselves recounting the tale that led them to this point. been in the city of Rome. They have secretly revealed the actions that they were taking that led to them being taken in by the Guardian, and it was attempting to determine whether or not if the party would be useful allies or just an inconvenience to get rid of. But an alliance has been reached. But due to the amount of time that has passed, Darian has persuaded the party to come to the city in the hope that the church can allow them to peruse the archives to figure out where the corrupted Thormas and his Templar Knights, under the guidance of the cult of the Burned Claw, are heading off to. They find themselves guests of his Holy Father, awaiting the morn to come. And this, gentlemen, is where we will open up the session. So if you've had any stress taken, just make sure you wipe that all clean, and your fate points refresh there to your refresh level. Just to remind you, if you've not done that.
All right.
Okay. Now, gentlemen, it's night time. Midnight has come and gone. Are you gentlemen actually sleeping peacefully, or are you still maintaining a watch?
Ryan has nothing to fear in the heart of the Republic.
Okay. What about everyone else?
Yep. Kindness asleep, but like everybody should remember, Kyan sleeps with his eyes wide open with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
So he just
Is he hanging from the ceiling?
not hanging on sleep. He's just like, like he doesn't lay down. He's kind of like a Minbari that way. He sleeps at an angle. He sleeps like kind of sitting up. Eyes smiling this.
That
Sleeping like that.
Fantastic.
Can we hold up a mirror in front of him and see if he scares himself?
Are you trying to see if he casts a reflection? I can guarantee you he does cast a reflection.
No, he wants to see what happens if he scares himself.
No, I'm just making sure.
Why would I scare myself?
I don't know. It's been weird.
Yeah.
Roscoe,
Mhm.
who knows things. Roscoe's a true warrior. Knows get rest wherever the fuck you can get it.
Okay.
I'm wrapped up like this,
Yeah.
hood over, knees bent in the corner,
Mhm.
protecting my backsides, and just moving. Does not snore at all, but just
No.
you could obviously tell I'm sleeping.
You guys
Okay.
doing this on purpose just so that I can test out this burglary thing again? I can
Okay.
loot everybody while they're asleep.
Okay,
No,
Galen,
I'll
what
stop.
you doing?
I'm sleeping too.
You're sleeping.
But you're tempting me.
Okay.
I appreciate you not.
I want to see what Kainen's guns are like. I want to study the
They
shards.
took my guns.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, here's one.
No, you gave them your guns.
Guns. There's a difference. Galen had his stuff taken forcibly. But Darian.
Oh wait, that's right. The Roscoe's in his t-shirt still.
Yeah. Yes, Darian. As you're sleeping, you hear a voice just rumbling.
Doggy's back.
Everything moves into place.
Sean Connery.
Soon, the city of Rome will fall. Our minions are close to striking. And also sweeter, the Eye of Underland will fall into our hands with the city. And with that, you hear no more of the voice. You awake in the bed.
But kind of is like saying shit in his sleep. It's kind of like Little Nicky when he's just sleeping and you just hear this random shit just coming out of his mouth. You get that.
Did we hear the same thing?
No one knows. This is just an.
No, I meant like is from Dorel from
Kynan?
Kynan, sorry. Do me a
I don't
favor,
know.
change your Zoom thing for me.
No, you need to remember like I do. Yeah, no, he's just, I mean, I don't know what languages you guys speak.
Oh, I like it even better that you're speaking gibberish language that we do not.
Odds are quite possible that I understand you, but
Yes, but Darian, you do awaken after hearing that voice.
Disturbing. Yes. The Holy Father has kept us here too long. What's their plan? I check what the time is at the moment.
You're looking up. There is an ancient mechanism on the wall, and you can show that the hands of it would represent it's in the morn. There, maybe a few hours before sunrise occurs.
A few moments before sunrise occurs.
A few hours.
2 hours.
A few hours.
A few hours before.
Yeah. So it's still dark.
The Holy Father is still asleep. I get up and I walk outside of the room.
Right.
Still in my jammies.
Yeah.
Art's still there?
Yeah, so you walk out. Darian, there's no guards.
The guards are gone.
The guards are gone. Give me a notice roll.
Ooh, the first roll of the game. Maybe this time I will actually use the correct character while rolling. Yeah. Okay. I am poor bandit.
You notice you forgot to put your clothes on.
Yeah, and no, I did not forget. I intentionally did not.
You look left. You look right. Because the last time you left your chambers,
There were guards.
there was guards in powered armor.
Now there's nothing of the powered armors.
There's nothing there. There's not a hint of sound.
10 hound.
Mm-hmm.
Walk to Roscoe's door. Practically slam it in. Roscoe, something is amiss. Wake up the others. I will don my armor.
Okay. Say.
And Darian walks back into his room and starts starts to wear the armor, which works somewhat like the Iron Man armor that just wraps itself around you.
Some assembly required.
Yeah, it's some minor assembly, but mostly it does the work.
You just slap one piece of it, and then the rest just seem to all.
I was
assemble.
under the impression we were all in one room.
So was I.
Yeah, that's.
We're fine. I'm gonna wake up the others.
For some reason,
as
I
they
had
are.
the assumption that we had this. We had
Entire
this central room
corridor.
and personal bedrooms.
I would say, I'm willing to give you that.
That's a really weird jail cell.
Yeah.
No, it was never a jail, so it was guest quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have.
In the
I have
face
it.
with guards.
It is basically. It'll be like maybe I could easily go with a suite. So, the main room that you enter is like the kind of lounge area, and then off to the side
There's
separate,
tables, chairs, and food stuff being served.
and off to the side, accessible from the lounge, is other bedrooms.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the grand suite or like the suite
Basically,
room
yeah.
yeah,
Huh?
a suite
I-
with
I
separate
could-
rooms.
Or the dorm rooms in university.
Some bonus of being friends with a Templar. You get the first class imprisonment, first class jail cells.
Yeah, it's like, when you get your bread and water, you still get the nice cutlery with it.
And the bread is actually fresh.
Yeah, the
And
bread's
it's whole
fresh.
wheat.
The
It's
bread's
not white
fresh.
bread,
It's,
it's whole wheat.
it's the nicest ciabatta you ever had.
And it comes with a side of butter.
Yeah, slightly salted. Mm. Yeah.
Oh, this is rum.
When in Rome.
So you start assembling your armor there. You've woken up Roscoe. Roscoe, what are you doing?
Oh, fantastic! First, I open up Kanan's door automatically, just to try it and to push it forward. And hey, Kanan, is it locked or not?
It's not locked, but when you open the door, he's sitting up in bed, eyes wide open, smiling. His red eyes are slightly glowing, and you just hear some like gibberish. Death and destruction is coming. Gibberish. We will all die.
That's exactly what I wanted. I opened the door. Kanan, are you okay? Wake up!
Huh? What? Starts blinking. What's going on?
Something's wrong. Meet us in the great room. Get ready.
Okay. He's already in his clothes. He doesn't take his clothes off. He just stands up out of the bed.
I walk out.
Do you actually stand on the bed and then just walk on it, then down?
Yep.
Right, okay.
That image is gonna haunt me in my nightmares tonight.
It's fine.
Somehow, Roscoe, as you're looking, there's like some sort. You don't know how. It's like there's a wee bit of wind blowing, and Kanan's. Do you have a cape or a coat of any kind?
Something billowy that would happen.
Yeah, I'm assuming something that's going to be and you've muted yourself
I'm assuming
again.
you're trying to say something.
The mute
yeah,
game
definitely
is strong
very
with
billowy.
this man.
It's very billowy. His coat, because he has a lot of pockets that you have no clue what's
Oh,
in. And no
Yeah.
one's patted him down. So
Yeah, it's just the cape just billows out, and you're like, what the bloody hell is this wind?
Yes. I really watch out, leave out, and again shake my head. Try Galen's door next.
Mm-hmm.
Open or closed?
Galen?
Open.
Galen, get ready. Something's wrong. Wake up. Come on, man. Meet us in the great room.
Okay. And I beat you out there.
All right. And you what?
I beat you out there.
Oh, fantastic.
Hurry up.
What?
There we go.
By the time Roscoe has turned around, Galen's already there.
Yes.
Remember, if you come seeking me, blink and you'll miss me.
Okay.
You get that in there somewhere.
Yes.
And that's when Darian walks out of his room fully armored.
as you're doing that, you just hear a distant thump. Looking out, if you look out towards the sound of the thump, you look out through the window doors that overlook a balcony. In the distance, you see smoke rising in the moonlight.
So we've gone from a jail cell to a room with side
It
rooms.
was never
and
a
now
jail
we've got
cell.
a balcony?
It
Now we've
was
got a
never
balcony?
a true jail cell. It was more of the imprisonment of the nobility, where you have an actual livable space with windows,
Okay.
ventilation, and everything like
Okay.
that.
Like, hey, we're gonna give you a
Yeah,
suite,
under
but there's
house
guards outside, so
Yeah.
don't fucking leave. You're on
It
house
was
arrest,
house
but it's a
arrest,
great
not-
house.
Yes.
not jail.
Okay.
Technically, we're under house arrest. It's just a really nice house.
You're under hotel arrest.
Yes.
I mean,
I mean, basically, if you were to stay here for the next 10 years, it would be the comfiest time
Yeah.
of your lives.
you're
Anyways, explosions. That's the important part. Is
Yeah.
windows, explosions outside.
yes. There.
This
And
way.
it's just as you're looking, there's more. Another thump.
And
But this
more.
time you actually see a flash of light and the flickering of flame in a distant quarter of the city.
Somebody's mortaring the city.
Yeah, it's bombardment time. Go on, quickly, this way.
Are we still without weapons?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm following Darian. Let's go.
Okay.
We need to make sure His Holiness is alerted.
We also
This
need
is
to
the
get
quickest
this
route.
shit.
The question that I would ask you, would Darian be going straight for His Holiness first, or going to retrieve his arms first? Then
His Holiness, of course.
Okay.
Cool. I mean, oh.
Everyone else.
I
That's
smell for my
fine.
weapons.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
This is a great decision. I'm 100% for
Okay.
this.
You know what? No, I'm fine. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Darian is going to say, stick close to me. If they find you alone,
Mhm.
they will attack you.
Okay, stick together. We got this. Let's go. Let's move. We will protect your holy man.
Mhm.
Let's find him.
So Darian, give me. Just trying to think what would be the best way to. How are you going about it? Are you actually? Are you rushing to His Holiness, or are you trying to sneak?
Oh, rushing.
Your
Darian
rush?
has a zero concept of trying to stay hidden when he's on the
Okay.
move.
Right.
I mean, I don't even have skill in stealth.
Fair enough. Darian, can I get you to do an athletics roll? Okay.
You can.
And then I'm going to get everyone else to roll against it to see if they can keep up with you.
Yeah,
You can
it's
armor.
not going to be too hard.
I don't think that shouldn't be too difficult.
My physique is good, not my athletics.
Oh. Okay. So we've got Roscoe is.
Yeah, everyone else is faster than the guy in the armor.
Fair
What a
enough.
surprise!
Just making
So,
sure. Just making
I
sure.
would like to say that the minute you say let's hurry and we're running, kind of is pretty much doing like a run on all fours things where he's just
He looks like his doggy.
is he trying to get in front of us?
He doesn't know where to go, so
Oh
Smell the
my
Pope.
goodness.
that's the
Yes,
Pope.
Canon is weirder and weirder every time.
So no, the rest of you do keep up with Darium.
Darren is less running and more doing a power walk.
It's kind of scary how much he crunches those miles. He's
Sure.
it's after a few twists and turns and through a few secret panels that only someone who is a resident of the building would actually know was there. You start coming to the private residence of His Holiness.
And still not a single guard.
Yes. Can I get you all to give me a notice roll?
Yes, fantastic.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a royal flush, people.
It's a
No, it's a
straight.
straight.
Oh no, it's a straight. What's a flush in poker game?
Flush is
two.
the same color.
Oh yes,
Well, I guess they're all
Flush is
purple.
all spades, all hearts,
Yeah.
all blah blah blah.
it's a straight.
The same suit.
Yeah. Yeah. So Galen,
That's right.
so I'm just going to kind of walk you through what each of you will have noticed. Okay. So Galen, you're seeing things, riches that you can only dream of. There's a few. Darren's basically taking you through. There's a nice wee hall he's taking you through, and you're just seeing the moonlight hitting off the gems, the necklaces.
The jewel encrusted crucifixes.
Yeah, there's actually a very beautifully ordained egg made out of gold and jewels that you're seeing.
There's more gems on that one egg
yeah.
than you've
Seeing-
seen before.
Yeah.
Seeing or taking?
This is what you've seen.
And
Roscoe.
I've only
What?
seen it. Okay.
You're seeing it. It's that's what your eyes are more noticing more than anything else. Okay. Roscoe. There.
You're not letting me take them. I'm disappointed.
We haven't gone there. We're still in the description mode, bro.
Yeah.
That's all good.
okay.
You'll get
Sorry.
your action here.
Roscoe, what you're noticing is at certain points it's kind of clear that some of the points you're walking by, there were guards, but something's happened. You're seeing like kind of scrapes in the occasional minute scrapes in the walls, like a scrape on the floor occasionally.
I'm noticing minor signs of battle, possibly.
like at the end of one of the halls there's actually like a chair for some, like a guard to potentially rest on, but you notice it's just compared to everything else, it's just slightly askew.
Gotcha.
There, it's basically from compared to what the rest of the place has been set up, you're just seeing slight signs of disorder that you're not expecting to see there. Dari, what you're of course picking up no guards. By now you should have came across 10 of them at least.
Minimum.
Yeah,
That hallway alone had 4 of them.
yeah,
Last time I was here.
yeah, exactly. There's no sound at all. When you're passing some of the doorways, these doorways in the past, they are warded. doorways. Okay? You know how to feel out for the wards.
They're not there.
They're down. Okay. Kanan. So you kind of picked up everything else that everyone else has picked up on. Okay. What you also pick up on, a slight taste of iron in the air. Blood has been spilt.
Unseen, unheard.
Kynan just growls and just says, blood.
Yes, things have been off. What is your holy man?
Still further in. He should be in a fortified section, accessible only to chosen few. Hopefully safe for now, but in need of assistance.
We are without weapons. We cannot see the enemy. We have nobody helping us. Let's go.
Faith manages.
Kanan, you just hear an ever so slight drip. 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 Thank you, Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos is actually a lot louder than you are.
Yep.
There's also some sort of washing machine going on somewhere.
Oh, that's me. I'll turn that down. It's my this microphone picking up really good, and I forgot to turn down my fans of my computer so that it won't overheat.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I can also just turn up my gain a wee bit, and that should hopefully help my volume.
You have a tendency of whispering.
I know, it doesn't help. The sound of dripping Kanan is coming from ahead. Ahead of you, I should say.
Dun, dun, dun.
Through. Are you reacting at all to this? Or are you just standing there?
I thought we were all chasing Darian.
Well, this is the thing. I'm kind of just doing this as a kind of freeze frame at the moment.
You are allowed to make your own minds.
This is Kanan that hears this, all right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. It's Kanan.
And only him, okay.
His earings picked this up.
Hannah gets kind of like weirdly feral,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys are like, this is normal.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, I'm already running on all fours, just towards the sound.
So
Kanan.
So Kanan will go for the door that you were about to go for, but instead of continuing down the corridor that you would have taken to go to His Holiness, he takes the next right.
Into the left, to the right.
Mm-hmm. And what happens is, Kanan, you burst through a pair of doors, and you appear to have walked into some sort of barracks for the guards on this level. The smell of blood, which is thick in the air. Yeah.
It just, after we go through the doorway, the smell of blood, it goes like,
Yeah.
ah.
It's a salt in your nose. And your gaze just kind of follows the the sound of the drip, and you look up, and it's from the ceiling are the bodies of the guards.
All hanging.
Yeah.
Like, how are they hanging? Like from like ropes? Like they've just been impaled up there?
It's the way they're hung is looks like they've been strung by rope around the feet. Okay. But it would appear that every single one of them has had their neck slashed.
This is we all are seeing this too, right?
If you followed them, yes, you would see this.
This is brutal. Who would do such things like this?
In nomine Patri, Filii, et Spiritus Sancti.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of all the blood,
Yes.
can I smell either magic
Mhm.
or corrupted in the air?
Give me an investigate roll, please, sir.
While he's sniffing around, Darian is going for the god's armory.
Nope, I smell nothing. But blood.
Yeah.
You want to reroll that one?
How bad was that?
No. I like to not know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
You smell rusk.
Yeah.
So does it look like the fight actually took place here, or just they were hung and stabbed and bled to death here?
If you look at it, it would appear that the blankets have been disturbed and thrown out, but there is some blood on the actual beds. There.
So they were probably killed here, not
So it would
somewhere else and hung
so
here.
some of the actual guards would appear to be in their sleeping attire, but there is others that are actually in their armor. Oh, so
Look, they were either ambushed or caught unawares, or maybe there was a betrayer from within.
How many guards is it?
I'd say in this, you see 20 beds in this barracks. There's actually 14 bodies though.
There's 6 missing. 20 beds.
They could have
14
been
out
on.
there.
They could have been on duty somewhere.
Like be on patrol or the other. Oh.
Is there
Unknown.
any weapons that we could use here?
Yeah. Do I get to the armory?
The actual armor is just the room across there.
Yeah.
So as you move there, you find that the door to the army has been left open for these guards.
And inside?
And when you check inside, you see that some of the weaponry in question has actually would appear to have been disabled, i.e., anything of a particular ranged nature. So the arbalists that would have been stored there, you see that their strings have been cut. You know, would appear that as many of the bolts that
Someone had a lot of time in their hands.
Yeah. The pole arms, their shafts have been broken. The only things that do seem to be attacked are the bladed weapons. The swords are fine. Looks like whoever's done this hasn't had the time or the resources to damage those.
Any slings by any chance?
Hey, no.
Yeah.
Well, maybe slings and weapons themselves, but those are not the type of slings you use for shooting. But yeah, Darian picks up blades and tossing them to Roscoe. Taking himself one. Anyone else want a blade? The other weapons seem to be disabled. None of the hand crossbows are intact.
It's probably there might be one or two are being left intact, but they're of the lower poundage.
I will roll and investigate to quickly determine if any of them are workable.
Yeah, sure.
No, apparently not.
All the
You need to know what you're looking for, sir. Just a second.
Yeah.
See?
I have a question.
And I rolled poorly.
Yes.
And I'll spend a fate point for it to do something that's kind of breaking, whatever.
Yeah.
But I would like to just like kind of like they can see this, but like you see his hands see my hands kind of just like go into like the space in front of me and like disappear like into like this inky blackness.
Yeah.
And I would like to pull out my guns from wherever.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Fate point, yeah, definitely.
Get our stuff too, please.
I was like, sorry, I can only turn my guns.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow because you're the bearer of the runic weapons, I'll give you that fate point, yeah.
Whatever runic weapons you want to go. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yep.
Creepy man stays creepy.
Yeah. Just as he's putting away the guns, you just see the runes just glare. The blackened one glare with is it reddish?
Yeah, red runes. Yep.
Red runes. And the other one is white.
With gold runes.
Gold runes, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. So as this is happening, you just see the room kind of light up with a reddish and golden hue as this happens. And the weaponry just kind of slightly throbs with a kind of pulsating with it, and then they kind of die down after his hands leave the grips of the guns.
Nice. Okay. I feel better. Let's. I have faith in your holy man. Let's go.
Follow this way. If we don't find him in his safe room, he has escaped with the secret tunnels to the fortress of Angelo.
We need to
Fortress of
find him.
Angels.
We need to find him. He's the only one who can tell us where we need to go next.
No doubt. This way.
So you lead them on again, there, Darian.
But we were, after all, on the opposite side of the palace from the Pope's quarters, so it will take a while.
Yeah. But it's a good... You can still do it within maybe a half an hour, a good brusque walk.
It's not that big.
Maybe. Depends. Yeah.
Especially since we have access to secret corridors we didn't use when coming here.
So there's probably some of them you find that you might have been slowing down because more of, the doors haven't opened the way you expect them to. It's like some of them you've been finding detritus being put behind them. No less. It's like someone who doesn't want people to move freely in the palace at the moment on this night.
They really have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that I can find something to use as an improvised weapon along the way?
There was daggers in the armory that you.
What are you looking for?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're I don't know. I could throw gold eggs at people, but that was one of the options I was going to go for earlier. But daggers are fine, or like stones, anything to distract people with.
One of the display cabinets you see walking by is what appears to be a sling with lead shot. And the plaque says, "The weapon of the Saint Theamas against who slew the giant."
That sounds tempting.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, you say it's in a display somehow?
Yeah, it's in a display case. There.
Easily openable or not so easily openable?
You might have to smash it.
Oh, come on. It's my precious. I'm going to try and steal it first.
Fair enough.
I want to do it quietly. And why won't this load? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll smash it.
You take a while and you're going, oh, this is just taking too much time.
-2.
You grab the shot and the sling.
If this can kill giants, why not?
Mm-hmm. It's as you approach.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. As you approach the hallway that leads to this Holy Father's chambers, you see 6 Templars in front of you. 3 of them are standing in a semicircle facing outwards, while the other 3 appear to be trying to open the door. What do you do?
Just look at Darian.
Looking at the door, apparently.
So three are looking at the door. Then
the
other 3 are actually forming a semicircle around them, looking outwards, so they do see you coming up.
Do they look like the Templars that we've seen around here, or do they look like the Templars we were fighting before?
They look like they're chasing after the... They look like they could be the ones after the Pope.
Salve, brothers.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Salve.
Hmm.
Salve, brothers. Is His Holiness secure?
One of them kind of steps out and he just goes, we've been trying to get in the door, but it appears to have been locked from the inside.
As is the precaution.
But unfortunately, when we arrived, none of the guards for His Holiness was still stationed. We're concerned.
I will attempt to empathize. Are these genuine or are they imposters?
Okay. Let's do... It's going to be a contested roll there.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're not good guys if they're contesting you. Yeah. You got your answer.
Yeah, let's just do it.
I may want to do a reroll on that one.
Yeah, you may want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a reroll as I am a foreign-born child with a tongue past. I am well versed in lies.
You think you're versed in lies.
You're double speaking and trying to catch him slipping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That sounds too rehearsed.
I really wish we had our shit. Oh, you're worse. No,
It's not worse. It's better than what I had before, but only by 1 point. I needed 3 points.
Yeah. what happens is the one that's walking towards you, Darian, his tone's plausible enough, and it's only until he's right next to you
And he tries to stab me.
do you realize that on his gauntlet, as his hand just moves into the, hits the light, his hand moves and it comes into the light from the moonlight coming through a window. Do you see that the gauntlet's actually covered in blood?
Not unusual. Not unusual in the act of defending the Pope against this attack. So that doesn't alarm Darian. He seems to be on the level. So Darian goes for a sort of high five maneuver there.
But you then see
Then I feel the stab.
but then it's just at the last minute you then see the other hand is actually holding a dagger and he's trying to drive it towards you.
Okay.
So can I get you
So combat round at the enemy start.
this one? They will be starting. And let me.
Oh, did we get? We don't need a map. We could just do this all in our heads.
Yep, exactly.
We're in a hallway.
Dun,
There you go.
dun.
There's a door at the end of it.
Okay.
If there is nothing more than I hate his betrayers.
So just give me a second. I'm just getting the sheet up for the guys I need. So.
Oh, what are we wrong?
Did that roll? There.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. So that's their fight.
Well,
There. Just need your defense.
so they are attacking Darian.
Yep.
And do these people count as corrupted, or are they just regular Templars switching sides?
They will be. You do get a whiff of something there. So there is some sort of form of corruption.
So I get to use the corrupted fighting style. Excellent.
See,
So,
so you can get a +2 to your roll. Yeah.
so as he gets close enough to throw the dagger, the scent of corruption goes.
Yeah.
And that's when Darian moves into action.
But this is just you doing your defense. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so we're-
Yep. This is defense.
Yeah.
The dagger coming in and a Darian blocking it with gauntleted hand.
Yep, you do that. What you then hear is so with that, the kind of other two that were with him, they start to move up. Okay, one of them just kind of turns and just says to Lilifree, "Get for the door, kill him." And then, but also, can I get you guys to give me a notice roll? Difficulty is 4.
Fine. Yikes.
Oh, so close.
Okay.
Hey,
Right,
another
Gary
flying
hasn't got a
11.
clue. He's busy.
Yeah, it's in the middle of something.
Darian has a fistful of daggers.
No.
Has his
Hey,
hands full.
How did you make it click on fighting style? Templar fighting style. Is that a stunt
You
or is that
need
an
to-
aspect?
That's his stunt that he's using.
That's a stunt, yeah.
Oh.
So he gets a +2 whenever he's fighting against something corrupted. There. Because they have like arts to like fight against corrupted creatures. There.
Okay. I just wasn't sure how
Yeah.
to prompt it. It doesn't matter.
It's just
Please
as the
continue.
equivalent. If he was fighting normal humans, he wouldn't get this.
No. I didn't know whether you clicked on stunts or whether you clicked on aspects or.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that was a stunt.
You can
He was-
set a macro in the stunt section.
it was a stunt. It's the equivalent if you're doing your Whirlwind of Blades there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing. The okay, so the action. So yeah, that's all the moves on my end. Darian, I think it's appropriate for you to be the next person to take.
Oh, well, it's going to be an opposed roll
Mhm.
as Darian proceeds to use his own dagger to step back at him.
Okay.
That's no
You
bueno.
keep
But
rolling, not so good.
Yeah.
Did you roll -3 there or something?
Yeah.
Yep, -3. Oh, he defended real good.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is as you're trying to stab, his compatriots are going to step in with their own blades, which force you to back off.
Yeah, fair.
There. Okay.
Ooh. There, that was a -3 on the roll.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna pass the hound to. I can't pass it to the enemy, so I'm gonna
Yep.
pass it to.
I get to try out the Giant Slayer. I'm going to go for one of the guys trying to who got in the way against Darian.
Okay.
I presume that's a shoot.
Yeah, it'll be a shit roll.
Any modifiers for Giant Slayer?
Plus,
No?
I'll
Yes.
give you a +2 for this.
Really? It's
No one is
holy
expecting
relic.
a slingshot at this day and age. So
You'll be surprised how effective shot can be.
Great.
All right, let's see what the differential for these guys are going to be. Yeah, so what ends up happening is you hear the whir of the actual shot going, and you just hear the clang as it hits the helmeted head, and you just see it crumple there. The guy goes flying back, he kind of staggers for a moment, and then he staggers to his left, and in doing so collides with the other one in the center of the trio, and they both collapse in a heap. You see the other one trying to actually push his dead compatriot off him, but he's down there at the moment.
I'm seriously going to regret this because I have visions of a door being disintegrated.
I forget what's going to happen.
But you can guess who I'm going to pass it off to Kynan.
Okay.
I have two questions. A question first.
Yeah, sure.
Do I realize these guys are corrupted?
Give me a notice roll, please.
We're fighting them.
I mean,
it could be a church
Yeah.
skirmish. So
do I sense it on them or like?
Yeah, there is a hint of something there.
Okay.
A hint of
the
some
hint of
of
Burnlands.
it's. You're detecting ancient magic there on them.
Okay. So this is what happens.
Okay.
The gun's in Kynan's hands. You guys see him and you see the runes begin to like light up.
Mhm.
and you see that the guns kind of like almost that same way he like pulled them out of nothingness. They kind of like almost absorb into his skin, and then you see the runes from his guns begin to kind of make their way in various places in his body.
Ich wollte das Vampire.
What?
You see his skin become this really dark, black, leathery color, and he grows to about 8 feet, and you see these winged reptilian wings kind of like pop out of his body. His arms elongate, and his fingers become long and kind of, spindly as he kind of stands out there. Horns kind of grow on his head, and there are like 6 eyes on his head, and he actually looks like the demon he becomes. And
I have a question though. You said you grew to 8 feet. Weren't you already like 7'6"?
Yep, I just grew
So
like
you only
half an
grew
inch.
6 inches. Big deal.
Exactly.
That's
It's
just the
all right.
horns. That's just the horns.
Yeah, it's all horns. But he looks like a demon in front
It's
of all
not just
these.
that, he's grown like an extra possibly a foot or 2 in shoulders.
Yeah.
Also.
And you see my wings just flapping, and I just kind of bellow and scream because I do my stunt, demonic shift.
I knew I'd regret passing it to kindness. But okay.
So isn't it an action for me to do my stunt, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just there now. Whether it scares them or not.
Hear a cracking in the floor as your feet just come to rest on it. There. It's just over as you you do that roar, the 3 that were actually at the door trying to get their swords in and chop down at the door. One of them's actually got an axe. They all kind of stop, turn, and they're silent for a second as they see the presence of your demonic visage in front of them.
Darian was going to love me forever now.
They probably think you're an ally.
Yeah.
And I'm going
Darian
to...
is probably the only one not paying attention to battles.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass it to the bad guys.
It's only Roscoe that's
That's
left.
to go to
Tom.
Roscoe.
Oh, Roscoe left on Roscoe. So say Roscoe, your turn then.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Dios mío, chinga! That's fucking scary as fuck.
For a second, I thought you were going to say Chupacabra there, but I went, no.
Chupacabra! I love it. And I'm going to turn and see the guards are just deadlocked and frozen in horror. And
What is the appropriate reaction of Roscoe?
scorch and scum. You will pay for what you did to my people. And I will jump in the middle and go after the guy with the axe that's what's going closest to the door.
Okay.
And run up to him, and specifically him only, and first, and try to attack with try to drive both swords into his chest as being distracted.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
I would say
Whoa.
Big
on
balls.
this occasion, what we'll find is the other 2, instead of jumping to the defense of the axe wielder, they're kind of transfixed by the sight of Kynan, so they don't gain their teamwork bonus there. So let's see how well the axeman does. Not that well.
An accident.
Yeah.
And it clicks one more stress.
He's got a
So
great
Roscoe
accent.
is doing an executive decision. Here.
Yeah. Tries to swing the haft of the axe, but you just kind of block it with one sword before you can even actually whip it around. You've just snuck the point of your other blade, just into the neck, and you just yeah. It's not just that, but it's just as you're doing that, you kind of whip the blade around the back of your head, and you actually take a slice on the arm of one of the other guys as you step backwards there. And you find that the one that's taking the slice will drop a knife that he had in his right hand, but he's got a sword in his left hand instead.
Okay.
So you're fighting a left-hander next.
And with that, I want to give them their turn.
Okay. So the
Finish them
two,
off.
with you killing their friend, their training kicks in. They, instead of just attacking you directly, they both kind of step out and circle to kind of approach you both on the flanks. Well organized. These men have been training for a long time. Their steps are synchronized. And it's before you can even blink, both of them come in and attack at the same time.
Oof.
There.
All right.
So because they are working together, they will get a teamwork bonus. How are you going to be defending that?
I'm going to be doing my whirlwind of blades.
Okay. So, yep. Do that.
Let's see, which is basically a...
My guys aren't rolling.
click it?
After that
I don't
6,
think I click it here.
they're not going to be good. So,
well, there it
grants. Yeah. So you get your +2 to a roll. Yep. Yep. So they will. So they will step. So they will step in, and they're trying to just get you, but your blades are blur. You actually just duck underneath a few of the blows and sidestep them to the side, so that you now find yourself with the door behind you. And
So
then
now they have to get through me.
now they're having to get through you to get to the door. And all
That's adorable.
those two are like, they're, you can just see them, they're like panting, and they're just as they're waiting. Okay.
And now you're
My
my
other-
to see.
Yeah, my other one. So my next one, the one that's kind of facing Darian, off to his right, on this right hand side, just looks between Darian and just looks over Darian's shoulder at something that's about 8 foot tall now. There. And Darren, you can see he's hesitating for a moment, but you then just see him just grunts, resettles his blade, and he'll just step in and just try and launch an attack at you. There.
Ooh.
Okay, so how are you defending, sir?
Well, it's finally time to use the blade to
Okay, so fight.
the tactical defense, sort of like the Obi-Wan Kenobi style, like.
Okay,
Ding, ding.
so you're fighting. Okay.
Yeah.
Poise.
Ugh.
And it's as this is happening, and you're kind of like you're locked blade by blade, and he just says, "One thing you don't know, Darian, I have
Not
more
that fancy.
friends." And with that, the sound of footsteps from behind the lot of you become prominent. Galen, actually, between Galen and Kynan, who is at the back of the party?
Uh,
He
Up
was
to you,
running.
gentlemen. Who you both get the pleasure of deciding which one of you is getting attacked.
you know what? Let it be me. Let it be the 8-foot demon man with wings
Okay.
who's just kind of floating there.
I can dodge real well.
Up to,
I'm in my demon body. It's fine.
okay. So, Kylan, you just turn at the last minute and you just see 3 of them just rush towards you. There. Or if I... So how are you defending this roll?
Question.
Yeah.
Being that they're corrupted, would that be counted as ancient magic that's transformed them?
There's some form of corruption, yes. Sometimes it's either... It could be... The corruption could be either because ancient technology could have been used to raise, raise the dead, potentially.
I feel like it's
Or-
semantics. This is more of if can I use my arcane shield to use defend,
Yeah.
rather than okay.
There's... I'd say you're getting the whiff of something
Okay.
there. There is...
So
When you're actually seeing it, you're seeing on some of their plays there is actually glows.
I did not mean to do that.
Yeah. So you can use your lore.
Yep.
For your defense,
So-
yeah.
Ha ha.
Ooh, yeah.
Aha! So that's more of kind of just going, just like screaming that deep, and then you just see it. It's like that. It's like real anime where he just kind of like growls, and it's like they hit like a barrier of air as they try to like strike down at him.
Yes.
Yeah. What actually happens, you see the glowing runes on their weaponry just dissipates, and their swords just become, just normal matte metal. There's no glowing runes anymore with that.
Cool.
And you just see them go, you can still die by the blade creature. And I think it's actually Kanan's turn. There.
Okay. What I would like to do is, look. This is more for appearance and just be scary to the people around me, but I'm here more to support my friends. So I would like to create an advantage for them to
Oh, okay.
create some advantages for them to use.
Okay. So what is it you're trying to do?
So basically, I wanted to be, because my weapons merge with me,
Yes.
so I can still use their magic. So basically, you see like the golden runes kind of light up against the dark skin.
Yeah.
And I would like to bless my friends with demonic resilience. So basically, just like something to help them with their defense rolls if somebody tries to attack.
Okay, so if they need it, they can invoke it and get a +2.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
And I like it because it's really I feel like that's going to be something, because Darian's going to know. It's not going to feel good.
Right. I'd say the difficulty for doing this is going to be a 2. Okay.
You know, I'll use a fate point for this one too. So it's my lore.
Yeah.
+2. Okay.
Well, you don't have to use the fate point until afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. So lore.
Yeah.
Lore.
Okay, so you get 2. You can then use the fate point to get they make it up to 3 to succeed in style, and then get 2 free folks on it.
Okay, then I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah. What? So what aspect are you using for the fate point? What's going to allow you to do that?
One with the arcane.
One with arcane, yeah.
So I will say, if I'm going to put it specifically on Roscoe and Darian, because Galen likes to stay out of, melee confrontation with people.
Yeah.
I'm the one closest to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy just got stabbed, and this guy's over here trying to Durling Wervish Durling.
Yeah.
Durling Wervish.
And as
Durling Wervish, I like that.
Yeah. But what you guys see is this kind of like, well, no, because it's coming from the white and gold. You see, like, you kind of feel this kind of like white and gold shimmer kind of envelop both of your bodies, Darian and Roscoe. And you see like the bottom 3 of his eyes kind of glow with that like same color.
Yeah. So Darian and Roscoe, you're going to have the ability to tap into an aspect. I'm just trying to think of a name.
I call it demonic resilience.
Demonic resilience. There's 2 free invokes on it that you can stack. If you use up the invokes, if you're then to use it, you would then have to spend a fate point to use it. Okay.
Sure. And as I'm doing that, you see the swirling blades get just noticeably faster as I'm like tapping it. Ay, caramba! All right.
Who's going next?
Galen, go ahead. Shoot somebody with a slingshot. Or steal something.
So Galen, there's kind of 3 kind of groups.
Yeah, there's the 2 people by the door with
Roscoe.
Roscoe. There's one buried underneath another in front of.
Basically, the one buried underneath the other one is out of the fight, so it's just really one facing Darian.
Okay, yeah. And there's 3 facing Kynan.
Kynan, yes.
Well, I gotta help Puppy Master then. So he's outnumbered the most, even though he looks really funky right now.
Yeah.
Well, slightly more funky than he used to, but only slightly. So I'm gonna take
play your funky
a shot
music.
at Mr. Group of 3.
Okay. So you're taking your shot there. Yeah.
What?
Great.
Fantastic. Terrible.
No, that's average.
Yeah, what happens with this is, again, you just swing it, and it's just as you're swinging it, you hear a humming sound, and it's just as you look over, you see that there's a slight blue aura on this sling, and you just fling it, and you just see this thing not just go through one of them, it goes through another one just like turns to look at the where, and they kind of both line up, so like one gets hit in the shoulder and like the other one gets hit in the other shoulder because they're just slightly behind each other, and they both go flying backwards, and they both hit a wall by the door.
I like this sling.
You just killed 2 guards with 1 stone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call this sling Rick. Last name O'Shea.
Rick O'Shea. Oh boy. I think the better name would be David.
No, that would have to be
who's going next?
So the options are
Roscoe and Darian.
I will say Darian.
Oh. Darian is confused. Darian is also in a heat of battle. So he's brushing the whole horned demon thing behind him to the side for now. That will be dealt with later.
Technically, that's all happening behind you. You haven't seen that yet.
If he
Yeah,
chooses,
that's why.
he's choosing.
Yeah. And choosing,
Like
he's choosing
You felt
to
the
ignore
aura
that
of
for
something come
now.
upon you, though.
He's like, I'm ignoring that.
Yeah.
That hasn't tried to stab me yet.
That's a tomorrow problem.
Yeah. So instead, it is time to continue trying to stab the guy in front of me.
Okay.
So, well, there is 3 guys in front of me still. Oh wait,
No,
Galen
there's only
took
one.
down- Galen took down the other 2. So,
Yeah, Galen took the other 2 down, yeah.
This is the most unlikely fight we've had yet. I've
Yeah.
taken down 4 guys.
and
Roscoe's
I've
taken down 1.
0. So, well, you might have more people, but you are alone now.
I mean, there's actually an interesting chat about David and Goliath and how actually David isn't the underdog. He's literally a professional soldier. It's actually on.
And while Goliath is a he's
actually a sick person.
Yeah, he's just somebody who suffers from genetic disorders.
Elephantitis. Yeah, exactly. He looks big and impressive, but
he's
but
on
he's
the level
slow.
of a child.
yeah.
Why hit me with stone?
Because someone actually took the actual paragraphs in the Bible and actually compared it to actual medical conditions.
Yeah, there's a YouTube video about this.
Yeah, I think it's a TED Talk. It's actually quite an interesting
I've heard
one.
about this too.
My mommy said never get stoned.
Yeah, and David actually cheated because it was custom at the time that it was a melee combat, and he brings in a freaking gun.
Oh, he's just playing it smart. So the 2 of you just kind of collide in blades. Both of you equally skilled. You know, just as he thinks he's going to get a nick on you. You get like a piece of armor in place as you think you're about to get it. He just steps back or something, unless you're going to spin a fate point.
I'm gonna invoke a invoke one of those aspects to get a +2.
Which one?
Roscoe is reliable, so Roscoe is reliable but clearly beyond his talent because he has a whirling blade thingy behind him that he needs to dodge. Because those errant blades can hit him as well as the other guys.
So you're trying to end the fight before Roscoe ends up getting hit or something like that.
No, it's more like I'm guiding this guy in front of me to the Roscoe arc of
right.
blades.
Okay.
So
right.
he's stuck between 2 blade wielders.
Positioning, yeah.
Fair enough.
Now we've surrounded. They thought they surrounded me. Now guess what?
We are surrounding
Darian and Roscoe.
What ends up happening? Okay, I'll give you that. What happens is you drive from back. The other 2 then like kind of turn and go, "What the hell?" As they're watching you drive, and it's just as the other guys kind of stepping. What's happening? You just see a blade just slash at the back of the neck, all the way through, and the body's just standing there. Anyone watched Highlander recently?
Oh
No.
But we get
But that's when Darian pokes at the corpse to tilt back down.
The head just slowly just slides off before the body collapses.
There can be only one on the ground.
There can be only one.
as the head falls to the ground, you hear the thump of the helmet roll off in the room. So that's him down. Starting's getting all the assists today, not the goals.
Whose turn's next?
Whose turn is next? The options are little. Roscoe.
It's either Roscoe or Roscoe.
Really? It's
Roscoe
either Roscoe
or
or Roscoe?
Rango?
With that one, then I face off against left and right. Who's next? How about you? And I attack the one on my right.
Okay. What's... Okay.
Ooh, another tie.
Yeah. So what happens is
I'm
the
not seeing
one
those.
on the right will back off. And you're pushing up towards the window, but before you can continue, you sense a presence come behind you of the other one. And it's just as you bring up a blade behind your back, and you just hear ting, as this blade just connects just an inch from your own neck.
Okay, and with that, I will give him their turn.
Okay. So what they're going to do is they're going to attack you back, sir. So you're still getting your whirling of blades effect for your defense.
Oh, I tried something new this time. And we might get into the, that's what they do first.
Right. So they will do their attack. So it's a 4.
That's a 4, okay. I've just put a combo in here. Let's see if it works. So I'm going to... Do I need to declare that I'm going to use Kanan's defense as well?
You can invoke there freely. If you're
But I mean, can I do it after I roll or
Yeah,
before?
you can invoke after.
All right, let's see. Oh, shit.
I don't think you need to. What the hell was that?
Okay, this may have not have been right. Let's see.
Yeah.
No,
It says +4, +2.
Yeah, there's +6, +2. So yeah, it is 8.
If your fight's 4 and you rolled +2 and you got +2, yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Unfortunately, that was defense. If that was an attack, you would have cut them both in half.
Yeah, he's using
well,
a fight
he goes
to do
at it in the...
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Nope. Yep, so it's just basically... You're just swirling the blades around you. And just... The way it kind of ends up being is... You're just shifting around. It ends up being like a dance between the three of you. There. Swapping positions. The steps ends up being in time to a waltz. There.
Yeah.
Taking nice
Come
triangular
on, you
steps.
need one more. I got this all day long. I am from his.
There. There. Okay, so that's them. The
One on Kynan is the only other
yeah,
one.
the one on Kynan. The one on Kynan is just gonna go. Just slowly back up. And he's just gonna go back up a wee bit more, and then just as he gets to the door, he's gonna run. There. Kynan.
So how many people are left?
There's 2 circling and doing some sort of sword dance with Roscoe there.
Mhm.
And the one running away from you. And that's it.
Will we consider all these 3 individuals in the same zone?
I would say the So the room that you're in is one zone. The other ones went into the corridor, which would be a separate zone.
So he's in another zone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you're gonna.
I was going to try to take all three of them out.
Fair enough.
At least attack all three of them.
Yeah.
Whether they are able, but I'm going to use my Supreme Blast. Why
Okay.
not? You see the top three eyes just turn this deep red color, and the red runes kind of light up on his body.
Yeah.
And little like laser beams just kind of arc out and just go to their intended, whoever's.
Forget.
Roll up.
Ooh.
You know what? You know what? No, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Do you?
What happens is like a light just centers on the head of each one. They see it kind of tracking up their body, and they're like, "What?" Look over to you, and I just imagine it. Where do these beams of energy emit from? Is it from your actual eyes? There. You're
Muted.
muted.
Sorry.
They actually come from my eyes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like, foomf, foomf. And you just see there's blinding red light there. And it's literally just like the top half of both bodies are gone.
And then I turn back to myself before Darian turns around.
But Roscoe sees this.
Oh, yeah,
very
Roscoe.
clearly.
Yeah, Roscoe and Galen see this. Darian hasn't turned around yet.
Fight's over, gentlemen.
That man is scary. And it's
Turning around. What's that you?
I'm gonna go pick up my those slingshots because those are impressive.
Wait a minute. Is that a sling of David?
No, it's Rick, not David.
So you just see Galen just taking a knife, and he's just starting to poke at the bodies, trying to get at the lead shot.
Time is not on our side. Patience is rewarded. Darian decides to shake off this odd feeling, as there was apparently nothing to it. Galen's guns shot laser beams. That's probably the old ancient magic speaking there. So he goes to the door where the others had tried to forcibly go through, and insert the passcode.
Can I still see the guy who's running?
You already killed him.
No.
No, only people in the room with us I killed. I didn't get to kill him.
Yeah. He's...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I was thinking I
he's
could
running.
maybe take a shot at him.
Yeah.
I
want to shoot him,
he's
but not kill him.
Give me a roll there.
Because we need information.
Give me a roll.
Who? Give
Kynan. He's the one doing the show. Okay.
Because you might want to kill him. So.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just don't have to roll as bad.
Your
as
shot
you did.
goes out, and it's like you just take the leg off, and he just collapses. And when you walk up to him, you find that the wound's been nicely cauterized, though.
I kind of grab him by like the back of his shirt. I just drag him like, come on. It's not that bad. I'll fix it later.
Did you bring the leg so you could put it back on?
Yeah.
It appears these were the betrayers. I hope they hold him on a safe behind this door.
May I suggest we take a pause before we reveal the answer?
Yes. Give it 10 minutes there.
Perfect.
4:55.
I would say 14 minutes, so we
Yeah,
get
14.
back on the hour.
On the actual dot. Yep, sure. So just moving over. Hiya, welcome back. There.
Hey, I'm just looking at all the crazy shit the level 20 D&D characters can do. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did send that link. It's like, here, have fun. Let's see what we all can create.
Madness.
What I've yet
Madness.
to reveal these, what my characters are in this fake game, they're already level 30.
Yeah.
Considering they went through some small armies quite quickly.
Hey. I'm good at what I do.
Yes, you are. I'm not disputing that. Yes. So you have dealt with the battle. Kynan has seized one of the Templar attackers, or we believe them to be Templars, based on their arms and armor. And you're currently dragging him back towards the room in front of His Holiness's bedchambers.
No, it's not the panic room. My bad.
He's combined his bedchambers into the panic room. There's wards upon wards.
Yeah, one second.
It's better than some war bunkers you've used.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and it's more comfortable.
So time to dial in the access codes
Yeah.
to prove that I am on the right side of the battle.
Doors slowly open, and you just, as the door opens, you're confronted by the muzzle of a holy crossbow in your face.
If you believe me to be a traitor, pull the trigger now.
Hear the voice. Bring in Darium. I assume that it's him and his compatriots.
Indeed we are, Your Holiness.
Bring him in.
Come on in.
Do
I-
that now.
I step in to guide the muzzle of the gun
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Kynan, as you're dragging this Templar in,
I'll be bringing the leg, by the way.
as you just bring
Extra mutton chop there.
as
For
you're
the
bringing
dog.
this Templar in, you just hear him scream, and you just smell burning flesh. You see an intense flame just erupt, from it's a very small circular flame though, that erupts and burns through the breastplate.
You might
Would
well leave it outside.
Would I be able to quickly shoot him with my good gun to counteract these effects?
Unfortunately, not.
That's fine. I wasn't that. Yeah. I just dropped the body by the door. Like, okay.
And after half a minute, the flame burns out. And if you were to look through the hole, what you'll see a disc of blackened metal with an effigy of a claw on it.
We've seen these before.
Yeah. One of the guards just kind of steps up and he just spits on a body.
That's rude.
He broke his oath.
Assuming he's one that took an
Maybe he
oath
had
to
a good-
begin with.
Maybe he had a
Could
good
be.
reason.
Could have been an imposter to begin with.
I've been told recently that people lie for reasons.
Kynan, these men betrayed everybody and killed all those 14 other bodies hanging down. These men are bad.
So you're saying it's bad to lie?
Yes.
It's the
Sometimes.
Okay.
one of the guards is going, Your Holiness, we must take you beyond the city. By all accounts,
The city is under attack. There are bombs falling in from the sky.
it's not just that. We've had reports that we don't know who to trust. It would appear that there is actually entire commands are not obeying orders, and the evidence indicates that they're attacking Templar commands that are obeying the orders. It's confusion, it's chaos.
If we can make it to the chariot, we can take you to the nearest fortress. I don't believe they have gained control beyond the city. It was not in my vision. Only Rom is under attack.
They look and he goes, His Holiness looks at the guards and he just goes, We need to make them believe that I'm still here. I regret having to ask you gentlemen to risk your lives. And the three Templars will actually just kneel and they say, Your Holiness, your wish is our duty. Nothing more, nothing less.
If Holy Father is to participate in deception, I suggest he changes outfit with one of his guards.
And they take their as quickly as they can. You find that one of the guards is just this is not right, and he His Holiness says, Look, Darian has the right of this. We need to delay them as best we can. If they kill me, they will cast confusion across the entire Republic. And with that, he persuades them. He will then, after he gets changed into the armor, which you can see doesn't fit him at all. He's too short to be a stormtrooper. Oh, sorry, that's a different franchise. Wrong I'm not playing that game. That'll be
Lucas. Sorry, Lucas.
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
for
Disney now.
that's for Sim to say in this next game potentially. He takes you over to a bookcase, and he pulls back a book, and you see the bookcase just fall away and slide to the side. And he goes, If you follow me, gentlemen.
Darian proceeds to bow the guard staying behind.
Mm-hmm.
God is great. May he watch over you in life and in death.
For the Redeemer. And it's as the bookcase is, getting closed, you hear a crash. Sounds like they've tipped over a piece of furniture. And they're barricading the door. As you're walking down the tunnel, eventually you hear the striking of stone against each other, and a flame appears in front of you. His Holiness takes the torch that he's just lit, and he slowly but surely lights a torch for each of you and hands them over to all of you. And he just goes, if you follow me through the archives, we'll be able to find your chart. We brought it into the ancient hangar under the palace.
Can we also retrieve our belongings?
So your belongings will be on the way. There. And we will
protect you. Lead the way and we will make an escorted guard.
We will take you to the City of Angels.
The
Los Angeles?
bit of a journey. Yes, that vast ancient stronghold of our religion. Sorry. He's just going, he leads you through and says, Darian, I'd never explained to you how you came to be with the church, did I?
You did not, Holy Father.
I know of this cult of the Blackened Claw. They've been a curse on the Republic ever since the First Crusade. Templars who think that by taking control of the magic of the Burnlands, they can effect change. And with that, achieve their goals.
This is not something I had not expected.
They're heretics, Darian. They appear and disappear. They're purged when we find them. But you were found as a babe on an altar to one of their ceremonies.
Was what?
It was during one of our purges. They were trying to create a messiah in their eyes, someone that could see visions. They would sanctify the child in ancient magics. The ceremony was interrupted. The cult leaders and the followers of that branch killed. Only you remained, Darian. Your parents were part of the cult. And with that, he will just walk off. And says, "This way, gentlemen."
Darian lags behind, dumbfounded. Doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
Takes a moment for him to realize that everyone else has moved on
Yeah.
before he awakens and continues after.
As this is going on, Roscoe, you hear a voice in your head. Yes, I can sense power underneath the city. You can take control of it. You don't need the other parts of the shard. You don't need the rest of the eye. There's enough technology here to achieve our goals.
Like this, not like this. Be quiet.
Don't you want to return to his? Return from exile in glory.
Be quiet. Stop with your temptations. Not like this.
The voice disappears. As you're all woken up, you can sense a thrum in the air. It's just a slight taste of ozone there. This is the strongest concentration and power that you've ever felt. As all of you come to the end of this corridor that you're walking along, you come into a hall. You find that there is rows upon rows of clear containers, and inside these containers are bookshelves, there's display cases, there's armor racks, weapon racks. His Holiness just goes, "This is the archives, the ancient treasures of the Republic, those too powerful to be used, are stored here."
Good thing the sling wasn't here.
Wow.
His Holiness turns to Galen and says, "The sling is but a trifle compared to some of the objects."
I didn't say it out loud.
He can read minds.
Oh, shit.
He's the Holy Father.
And he just goes, "No, I felt its presence being used. It's been a while since it's been used."
Rick did well.
Kanan, what it is it's not just like one artifact is stupidly powerful. It's the pure just concentration that you're feeling. You're just on a stockpile of power. You can't tell which object is which. It's just so much of the stuff's here, emanating power off it.
You just keep. I mean, he will look to see if there's anything interesting because he would ask, "Can I have this?"
Ooh, can I have this? I could see it.
Can I have this? Can I have one of those and one of those and one of those?
I love Kanan for that.
He just goes, I think for the information you need, Darium, we'll need to go to the center of the archives first. And then from there, we can head towards your chariot of the gods.
Of course, Father.
As you continue, you're slowed down because at every so often, as you're walking past these vast containers, you'll find that His Holiness will have to undo a ward to let you pass. He kind of demonstrated beforehand why it was important for him to go in front to undo them, because he threw a wee pebble at the first ward and the pebble just disappeared. All that was left was dust.
Little smoke cloud.
Yeah.
Koyevsky.
And he says, if I do not undo these wards, they will do the same to anyone. And the wards will get stronger as we go in. And I best ensure that I re-establish the wards afterwards. Because if the city was to fall, I do not want these objects to be easily obtained. It would take great power and knowledge to seize these artifacts.
I really hope they don't have a really tall cylindrical one buried at the bottom that they all worship and you know where I'm going with this. Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
With a
we can actually get rid of all the objects at once. And Rom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ram would have nukes. Or would they all be used up?
No, they're in the City of Angels in Los Angeles.
Yeah, all piled up in a.
I can't think of Italy as a
pyramid.
nuclear power, really.
No, I'm just thinking as a relic.
Italy isn't a nuclear power, that's the thing. France, ironically, is.
Yeah.
You don't think of it, but France is.
Oh, yeah.
And on paper,
Those
technically,
idiots
Turkey.
have nuclear weapons.
Technically, any US military base in the world could technically make any country it's based in a nuclear power, because especially if it's an Air Force base.
Technically, there still would be United States nuclear weapons.
As long as
They're not making the host country nuclear country.
As long as the base was to stay in the hands of the US military.
Yeah. And I
That's...
don't think any of those people want to anger the US to take
No, they
out a
don't.
couple of nukes.
They don't.
Well, also the bad news is
Back to the game.
UK
Back
is
to
a
the
nuclear
game.
power.
Yeah. back to the game there. Yes, so you walk further in. Kanan, the feeling of power is just growing there. Pardon me. As you come in, you find now that afterwards there's a massive gap, and in the center of the archives is actually a a cylindrical column in the centre of the room with 4 bridges that connect to it. And if you look down, it just seems to go into nothingness.
And on the cylindrical column, it states
Alpha Omega.
USA.
No.
They found the nuke.
This cylindrical column that you see in the centre, it looks small. But as you are led across one of these spindly bridges, you realise that it's a lot bigger than what you thought.
The TARDIS.
No, that's just pure distance, mate. It's nothing exotic like that. Yet. Off to the side you see a blue police box. You don't know what that is, though. As you come onto the cylinder, in the very centre you can see there was a plinth with a cushion. And so this just goes, that was the resting place for the shard of Underland that was kept under the city. But around it is other artifacts. And he just goes, Darium, you get a sense coming over you, a humming off to the right.
Darian looks at it,
Humana.
stepping closer, as an old wooden crate with not crate, chest.
Yes.
Like one of those real long ones.
Open me. Take me up. I can help you bring justice to the world.
Opening it up, reaching hand inside, taking out.
What you take out is a lance. And you see, and when you look at it, I say a lance, spear lance kind of interchangeable when I'm using this, right? But when you look at it, you see on the spear point, what the rest of the actual spear is immaculate, but you then see red dots on the spear point. And so this goes. The spear that pierced the Redeemer. Story goes, those spots are his blood.
And still there after 1,000 years. No. Thousands of years.
Yes.
And it beckoned to me.
That is the danger of such artifacts, Darium. These objects call to people, for good or ill.
Is anything calling to me?
I
Am I able to
feel
resist the temptation?
feel its power. This was used for evil, but it is tainted by the Redeemer. Its evil-tempered. Just a slight. We cannot allow this to fall into the hands of the darkened.
While His Holiness is having that chat with you, Galen, you hear this, maybe not the word here, you kind of sense something just to your left.
Doggo?
When you look, you see what appears to be a, it would have been, it's a stand that would hold up a cloak, but it seems to be empty. But you just get the feeling that there is something there.
Your Holiness? Can I use that one, please? And they point at the stand that has the
Nothing.
cloak that might not be there.
His Holiness walks up. Looks like he picks up something. Gives a swirl of his arms around himself. And his body disappears, just leaving his head floating in midair.
Ah, the cloak of the potter.
Yes.
Yes.
The first cloak.
After you use it to get out of the city.
And he says, I believe this will actually potentially serve someone more like you better. And he will hand you the cloak and he says, take great care of it.
I will.
And you just hear a kind of whistling sound. It's kind of reminiscent of the kind of jaunty whistle that you do as you try to sneak by a guard there. When you try to be an innocent. So, as you try and say, yeah, it was the other guy. There.
Yeah. Does the cloak also have a hood?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Sneaking
Otherwise,
around as a
just
float.
a hand going everywhere.
Yeah. You do this, and it's like as you're touching it, it's kind of very silky and smooth in your hands as you hold it, and you just hear a voice just go, "You're a sneaky fellow. You and I will have great fun."
Oh! Now we're dealing with a Doctor Strange cloak instead.
But again, this is just in your head. There. Kanan. You hear kind of trilling and chirping voices speaking in first in one language and then another. Some of them you understand, some you don't even recognize. There. Your eyes are drawn. And as your hand kind of traces along it, visions appear on the slate. Some of them you recognize, some of the images you recognize, they're charts of the gods, other pieces of technology and magic that you've never even come across. There.
Can I have this?
So it's just, he looks and he goes, I recommend great care with that one. Sometimes knowledge is possesses the greatest danger of all.
So that's a yes.
It might aid you on your travels. There.
He's doing like slow, and he's like, he's not saying no. He's not saying no. Let's
He
go.
says, yeah. Roscoe. You know, in what you'll see are two scimitar-like blades. Mm-hmm.
It's the salad tossers. It's all just
Salad tossers?
These are from the Sultans of Swede.
As you take them up, what ends up happening as you look, it seems to be that the blades slowly melt onto your hand and forms a metal gauntlet over your forearm. And you find that you've then got two blades. With a wee bit more time, they come back, the metal flows back, and that is actually just the scimitars again. You hear the soldier say, they take great skill to master those blades. They change. They can be fickle under the wrong wielder.
Are these called Sunni and Shia?
Or were the ones from
I have not found a blade yet that I cannot master.
the Thor movie there? There's two guns.
This and Troy.
Des and Troy.
Yeah.
This and Troy.
Destroy. Peace and war. No, whatever. I would call these Vex and Vax because that's a...
Yeah.
The two sons of Muhammad.
Then, as you're kind of looking, you just then see a chain appears between the two blades.
Nunchuck swords.
Then it becomes actually... You then see the chain actually stiffens and becomes a quarter staff with two blades in the end. Then it rotates.
And
Back
like
to
if you could
scimitars.
click it like into different...
And he says, yes.
I was thinking if you had the sword stuck in the gauntlets, and I'm going, next time you eat a sandwich, you're going to chop your own head off.
Take my ear off again. Yeah.
It's like I think of it and it becomes it.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah, just don't think a Swiss Army knife.
No.
Ooh, the blades of the dervish.
Oh! The Swiss blade.
No, it doesn't
Swiss
have.
Army blade, yes.
It doesn't have enough options. It's missing a corkscrew.
Your Holiness, does this cloak have an off button so that I don't have to be invisible? Or do I just wear another cloak on the outside of it to become...
just as you're asking that question, you just hear a voice go, "Oh, yeah. Fine." And just this blackened material just appears in your hands. It looks like it looks like velvet, you know. It's the kind of
It's gonna
look
take
of it.
forever to sew all those pockets in this one.
And you just hear the voice say, "Don't you dare."
All right, I'll wear
Take
you.
a needle to me and I will never work for you.
That's all you need is a lippy cloak. Good one, Froggy. Oh no, that was Zimmy.
Yeah.
I just assumed a comment in there was from Froggy. I'll work something out.
Roscoe, as this is happening, you hear that voice go again, and it's like, yes. Some of the more powerful artifacts on this continent. You just need to stretch out your hands and you can take control of it all. The voice is gone.
I assume this is a different voice from the voice we heard before.
This is a voice that none of you guys have been hearing. This is one that...
Okay, so I don't think it's Doggo again. Okay, good.
You have never heard this voice.
Okay.
Your Holiness. You said that a lot of these artifacts, they speak to people. Both for good and for bad.
Yeah.
How do you differentiate?
I find that I have to turn to the good book for that.
This book lists the good things, and then there's another book for bad things?
And I have to listen to my heart.
Thump, thump.
Oh, I can hope there's that anything that I do, try, that good ultimately will come out of it, because sometimes you can take a course of action in the best of intentions and still allow evil to occur. But at the same time, should the fear of doing nothing, or should I say the fear of potentially causing harm, force you to do nothing and allow evil to continue in the first place?
I understand. Thank you. Your words are very wise. I know what I must do now.
And then finally, His Holiness will come to the plinth that used to hold one of the shards of Underland. He'll place his hands on it, and you'll see then a recess open up. He'll put his hand in it, and he pull out a scroll. And you'll turn and hand it over to you, Darian. This will lead you to the location of the Tomb of Underland, where the final shard is kept.
The language is the ancient tongue.
Form of defense. The object your companion took will help you translate the language.
I do not try to fight. All I need is the grace of God. He is the greatest and will translate for me.
I would suggest just make sure you do take care in translating, because from what I was led to understand, in that actual scroll, it's not just the location. It advises of the defences used to protect the shard.
Yes, Your Holiness.
Come, and it's just as he's saying that, you then hear a big thump, and you like the room, the whole shakes, dust comes trickling down. Looks like they are using much heavier ordnance to attack the city now.
Time is short, we must go.
Yes.
To the chariot.
Yes.
We must take you to Angelo.
Well, with that, you start rush. Unless there's anything else you gentlemen wanting to do, or anything
our
else.
original stuff.
Yeah, that'll be on its way. There.
Okay. It's on the boat.
Yeah.
It's being kept from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to make sure I have taken plenty of food, because Doggo is probably hungry and
I've got
angry.
the leg.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine. Okay, bring that.
That's why I brought it.
Okay, so we're good.
Here's a good dog. Here's a
He's
bone.
been carrying this fool's leg this whole time. Amazing.
Domini Pater et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. These fools do not know what they're up to.
Oh,
These pendejos.
I
You don't
heard.
play Lego,
No.
dog?
No. So you were actually being literal when you said you're a leg man. Okay. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
you're not. But go ahead.
I was going to say another joke, but no, I'm not going to start crossing these sort of lines. Okay. You start kind of rushing through it. So this is...
Yes, Froggy, he should.
But Chad, I'm sorry. Does Doggo get a loot like a spike collar? This is a good boy.
Its holiness starts dropping wards as quickly as you can. Start bringing them back up. You're running between each ward. As this is happening, the sound and the thumps and the shaking grow louder and louder. It eventually leads you out from the hall down another couple of miles worth of corridor, and you come into another massive hallway. In the center is the chariot of the gods that you arrived in. In other spaces, there are much smaller chariots and other vehicles of other kinds dotting around. It's all this is. The cult of the burning claws growing a lot larger than we feared, able to attack us without the Legion getting to these vehicles to help defend the city.
I was wondering why somebody wasn't using this against the burned claw. folks.
Because you cannot attack someone you cannot find.
And
If
quick,
you're launching bombs, they have to come from somewhere.
let's get you to this chariot.
Let's get you to this chariot.
And it's
Come on.
before any of you even can approach it, Kanan, a voice comes into your head and it goes, "Operator recognized. Do you require transport?"
Yes.
With that, a red beam sweeps over all of you. And you find yourselves in the bridge.
Is the Pope there?
Yes.
Well, that was handy. Is the doggo there?
You sorry, sir, gonna try and do the dog voice. And nope, that's not gonna work. Woof, woof.
Fantastic.
Good boy.
Doggo.
Yeah.
And I give him, yeah.
I give him the leg.
Yeah.
Scritch, 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 scritch. Yeah.
Good doggo.
Yeah. A wee bit disconcerting that you've just handed it off a full human leg. You know you're just training that thing to eat human.
I'm sure it's already done that before.
True. But you're just encouraging it.
It's okay. He listens.
So this is a
My
wee bit
apologies, Your
perturbed.
Holiness. They are an acquired taste.
What, humans?
Clearly.
Or the...
But they do have remarkable talents in pacifying even the wildest of Burnlands.
I like how just right here is the Pope. I'm sorry, we're just gonna feed this leg to the dog
Yeah.
on the
He's not-
bridge.
Well,
he's
you
not
never
my
asked
Pope.
me why I
Shit.
was carrying it, so...
Yeah, he's not my
Yeah.
Pope.
Nobody has been, by the way, poop scooping around here in the past few days.
Oh.
He wasn't eating anything.
No. You just see a rumba go by.
But
There you go.
And
They've
it's
not
leaving
denounced-
behind the brown streak.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another one going by with a wee squirt gun and duster.
Okay, we're on the ship. Let's figure it out where we must go and how do we get out of here the safest way possible.
where should we go, Darian? Where's a safe place for your
terrible.
Pope?
The fortress of
The
Angler.
safest way.
Darian walks to the controls. Let's try and get out of here. Which way is out, Your Holiness?
I'll man the I'll man guns in case we have to shoot our way out.
Shield, power. How do I remember to do this? Okay, power here, power there. Power to engines and shields maximum.
Your chariot darts out of the hangar. As you're doing so, you see flames licking at the city. The sun rising in the east. Across the plains, you see men charging into the city. Flags raised.
How did they get so close without being noticed?
What you see the flags, Darian. You recognize them.
I don't understand it.
They're ROM standards, but there's been an alteration done to them. Above their actual Legion numbers. Instead,
blackened claws.
yes.
Your Holiness, should we destroy the remaining ships behind us so that we can't be followed? I.e., the rest of the ones in the hangar, just
There's
like
no
shoot the fuel
need
depot?
for you to do anything. You just see His Holiness go into a wee prayer.
And taking out this metallic pad with a big red button.
Et ora se domine. Boom.
Well, he doesn't do it obviously. His hand slides in, and you hear a beep, and you actually see what appears to be elements of this enemy army are starting to try and swarm into the hangar that your exit has revealed. And there's just there's an explosion. And the flame just billows out as you go streaking off into over the horizon. And that's where we'll end.
Into the sunrise.
Hence, and this is where we'll end the session.
We got loot. That's the important part.
Damn, I wanted to blow something up.
I got a weird tablet that I have. I don't know.
You got a hacking computer. I got the stick of many things.
Exactly.
And I got the cloak of the Potter.
I got the bloodied stick.
and Rick O'Shea.
Cool, man. That was where we leave off. That was fantastic.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a good combat. That was a good setup. That was a great twist on Darian's parent heritage.
Yep.
Fantastic.
It's gonna be a sacrifice baby.
So what I'm getting from this is just say yes to the voice and accept the power.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what I'm getting from this.
Okay.
Decision made.
Okay.
So I've got Doctor Strange's cloak because okay. Actually, no, it didn't talk to him, but it got its point across. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get you to do your corruption rules.
Oh no! I see.
No.
The game was over.
The effect is still in play.
We didn't put up end game banter, so we're still in the game.
I'll do the corruption rules first before we start.
What is it? Is it will?
Will.
It's a will roll.
Can I preemptively use a fake point?
I will use a Riker.
Oh, right.
By the way, I did. I don't think I used the fate point today. Hey,
You did not.
Neither did I.
If you're using a fate point, you're going to have to explain what aspect would give you the ability to use it. If you
Corruption can't find me.
It would absolutely.
The
have to be
corruption
me.
can find you. It's been talking to you, Galen.
I carry a magical necklace called the Eye of Underland.
That's
Yeah,
by
that's what's
causing
good.
the
You can't use
corruption.
Eye of
You,
Underlin
yeah.
against the Eye of Underlin.
Yes. No, I'm not gonna. I'm going to. I just bumped up my will up by 1 so that I could pass this freaking corruption.
Right.
But
I'll do Galen first. We'll get to you, Roscoe, at the end because you're doing the most fun for these there. Galen, you've only really had one encounter there with corruption in this episode. So yeah, it's a will roll against difficulty of 1. There.
I rolled a 1. I already rolled.
No, if you've rolled a 1, so
Yep.
all right. Oh.
It did.
Okay. Oh, you all. Okay. Let's have a look at Kanan.
pretty much it's Roscoe again.
I think it is going to be, yeah. Yeah, Keenan, you're good. Darren, nope, you're good. It's me just like, yeah. Roscoe,
Galen is still good?
Roscoe, you're going up by 1 again.
That's fine. Like I said,
I think you're on 3 now.
thematically,
On the
Yeah. I'm not a 3. Like I said, I'm thinking seriously. Yeah, let's start embracing that power.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
What happens
Everybody
when
else's voice is like,
When he
Huh?
reaches 4, he's going to corrupt an aspect and gain a stunt for it.
Oh God! All right, hey man, I don't want to have
It's
to.
nice knowing you.
And this is the beauty, because basically this is when you can start like stuff like magical powers. So if you want to do like Scorpion, think Mortal Kombat. If you want to do like blades that can just shoot up your wrist, that's when you can start doing that sort of stuff. But every time you do that, yeah. But every time you use it, it's a corruption point for use automatically. So the more you use it, so you get benefits, but using it corrupts you more.
oh, okay. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have a whole.
But thank you for
Time to
being my
figure it
Bill's
out.
back-ins in this.
My precious.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right.
Okay, let me now put up the after show discussion. Okay. Yes.
Oh, now I'll say died.
Oh,
We got to take the Pope out on a cruise.
yep.
Okay.
Let's have a good day.
It's like a good time.
He never actually saw him in that form.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it
Darian
was
never saw
behind him the whole
Kanan in
time.
the Satan form.
It's fine.
Get behind me, Satan.
Or
Satan's behind you.
or
Yeah.
you know, an alternate look of how angels are. You don't know.
Or it turns out
That
Kanan's
makes
not
sense.
actually human. He's actually been one of the remaining he's the survivor of one of the races that was in full part of the war. He's actually the last of his kind. You know?
Allegedly.
Could be.
No one talks to Kynan. No one asks him, hey man, so hey, where are you born at? You know,
Yeah.
how can you do this? No one talks-
Everybody always, what Kynan? Nobody asks, how Kynan?
Exactly, like, what are you doing? Not
Yeah.
like, but how can yeah.
Hey, Doggo likes Kynan. I like
No.
Kynan.
No,
'Cause I
no,
like
no one
Doggo.
ever asks Kynan, how's your day been? How are you doing? You know? It's always, what are you doing? Why?
I mean,
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Give me a great power, Kanan. But never
'Cause
a
obviously-
hug or a pat or a kiss on the cheek.
yeah, because obviously he's not from around here.
No.
He's just too weird. It's like you're special. Where are you from?
Yeah.
From who knows where. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
The Poppy bit was fun.
Oh.
Good fight.
And Lucy's
All
trying to
along.
stay awake.
Back to the ship.
Yeah, I'm having difficulties doing that.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
no.
midnight.
You-
Or 1 a.m. for
use
Worcester.
more of this.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I was tired to begin with, so I tried taking a nap before the game, but it just made me more tired.
You know, the funny thing is, how much prep I've had for this game?
0?
Practically none. It's like most of it is me just being taking like this twist for the actual storyline for like Darren. That's based on his aspect. I've just been going, you know what?
Hey,
we're
that's
in
what
this
it's for.
Yeah, exactly. And because of like we've been talking about a call, and I was going, you know what? Let's just tie a bit more into it. There. And stuff like that.
That was fun.
I'm
That's some
guessing this is
good.
a
That was some
milestone.
good improv there.
Yeah.
Plus, this is at that story. This is at that plot point in a 3-act story.
Yeah.
Where it's the big complication and the sad part, just before it cuts to commercial, like, oh no, the bad guy's taking over, and we got the sad reveal of our hero, everybody's emotion is all at the low point. Cut to commercial, and then that's the third act is the cool resolution bits.
Aliens and Alter Baby.
I don't know. I think of everything in story structure. My bad.
Yeah.
Are you from an alternate universe? Actually, that's more likely a question for Kynan.
Actually, we are all in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all have some peculiarities.
And Kynan is the only one not from the alternate universe. We are the
We're the invaders.
Yeah, it turns out that
you're in my house.
Galen's actually been well, you know the reason why Galen's actually so good at pickpocketing? He's actually got like 12 fingers on each hand. We just don't
you
actually
just only
discuss
see
it.
5 of them.
Yeah.
They're moving so fast we can only spot 5.
Yeah, the other 7 are actually phasing. They're moving so fast they're phasing into alternate realities and picking from the alternate universes instead.
No, they're all just an illusion. Thank you, Betty White, for popping by.
we do appreciate it.
Yeah, it was good fun.
And also to Betty Whitell.
And Betty White.
Betty Whitetail. Oh
Yeah.
my god. That was...
I cannot believe I did not notice that simple spelling mistake.
It happens.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
were in
like
a
you had a
rush.
whole.
You were
It's
in a
not like
Froggy,
all the
did you
prep you've
just
done for
figure
the
that out?
game was all in your. You've done all this prep for the game.
Well, to be
there.
honest, Foggy has only been following us for 2.5 years. So
Yeah, so the question is who's the biggest weirdo? Us or our fans?
the answer is yes.
I would like not to call our fans with the weird ones because that way they keep coming by.
Yeah, I do appreciate.
One of
I do.
us.
I do appreciate that Carl was just pointed at me when talking about the weirdest ones.
Possibly and certainly are my answers to your question.
Do we think the characters will survive this game? Yes. Do you think Roscoe will return before the last session?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Does the GM
it's
want
it's
Roscoe
going
to
there.
turn? Oh God, yes.
Ooh, fans are always the biggest weirdos. You're only acting. We are not.
Hold on. What's this? What's this
I
thing?
think
Acting?
I'll-
word
that?
you're using.
What? There's this thing called acting. I've never heard of it. What's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is reality, man.
Yeah.
Acting, I do believe it's when a child acts out.
Well, I appreciate your.
Well, I am a big
front.
child, so
will-
maybe I am
Inside
will
out,
acting.
take that
they're
act.
acting in.
I will take that acting as a thing because
On that note, Carlos, the Monday thing, when is it gonna happen?
Monday thing.
The
Your movie
movie thing.
podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. So
Probably not next Monday.
no, let me get on to so yeah, we're gonna be doing a little more thing. I've got invite another Steven. So I'm gonna have to invite him into the whole 2D4 thing, and we'll have a thing.
Have a movie podcasting going on.
Oh, we're gonna discuss a movie, and
Yeah.
more importantly, we're gonna be discussing the story circle. So
So, audience, give us an ideas on what movies we should do.
I think, hang on, I think the first one I want to give already a pre-example. I think
Okay.
I want to do.
Not Wonder Woman 2. Not Wonder Woman 2.
Well, I'd hate to announce that. I'd hate to announce it now, but I guess we're gonna have to. We'll see. Anyways,
Okay,
So
we'll
far,
have
so
a
far-
mystery movie at some point.
yeah, but we'll have a mystery movie that I'll have you watch so that we can discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking something we've all seen already, Star Wars: A New Hope,
Mhm.
because it directly relates to the story circle
Yeah.
and perfect structure.
Oh yeah, that was actually on my soon to watch list anyway. I was going through the series. starting from the beginning. I've just gotten past Rogue One, and the episode 4 would have been the next.
A New Hope
And it
starts
took a long while
approxi-
to watch all of the Clone Wars series.
A New Hope starts approximately 50 minutes after the end of Rogue One.
So basically, are you saying
wait.
you
Yes,
put, you,
it's
you
beautiful.
wrote
It's beautifully
yeah.
done.
Yeah. So you just basically say Rogue One finishes, you count 50 minutes, and that's when you put on Star Wars: A New Hope.
No, I just mean plot-wise, it starts like 15 minutes later.
Well, could you actually imagine doing that for like films in a series? Like, so, like, if you do that for
Brilliantly done.
Phantom Menace, you then have to wait how many years until you can watch Attack of the Clones?
Well, he has to grow up, so yeah.
Yeah, like what,
Minor
8
plot.
years?
But if you talk about episodes 7 and 8, they take place literally right after each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So Froggy's asking, new or old movies? Both. We'll go. I'm figuring like
we're not picky.
I figure like why not let the audience? We'll figure it out.
The
important thing is we're
stipulation
going to be breaking down movies, talking about what makes a good story circle, talking about writing techniques, what makes it good, etc., etc.
We're going to reserve it to movies we actually have access to.
Yeah. Also, we
Will
recently
Hunting,
just saw
if
The
you want
Room.
Will.
We can discuss it already. It's got as good as
I refuse
It
to
does
analyze
not-
that.
The problem is it does not circle, or if it circles, it you kind of really have to force in the story circle.
Most rooms are actually square. They definitely don't.
Oh, by the way, my
Yeah, well, it's like
Mrs.
putting a circle in a square. Sorry, Derek, go ahead.
Mrs. Wooster suggested that we should call our series Spoiler Alert. Spoiler Alert.
Ooh, I like that.
No, it's got to be. I think we're thinking on the story circle, or does it circle? Something about that has to do with this, because that's the basis of it. Anyways, we'll figure this out.
What goes around comes
will be
around.
a live show? Absolutely, it'll be live. Why not? And
We will discuss that when we get together on the pre-show thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, will the show be live or pre-recorded?
that's what we're saying. I think it'll be
Live.
live. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
This way,
Can take audience
you guys
input.
can ask or see the things and plus suggestions.
Turn on
Like,
text
hey.
to speech so they can comment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
but
we'd have to do that whole thing. Here's the thing. Well, I don't know. We've had this discussion about where it says space reserved for Betty to put the actual chat windows there, but then people can say "fuck you," blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Which
There's a
is
whole
one of the
debate.
reasons why I don't do it. Just in case
Sub
someone
only
does decide
chat.
to join.
That's it. Sub only chat. It's only Froggy and I can talk.
So they have to pay in order. So if they have to pay in order to fuck you guys are a bunch of blah.
Exactly.
Then all right, I
Go
can hang
for
with
it.
that. Yeah.
You gonna give me your money just so you can talk shit? Go for it.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah, we don't
idea.
mind that. We will we would love that, you know.
Is there an actual way to separate sub only
Yeah.
chat or
You can
Yeah.
do sub only chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just turn on sub only chat.
Yeah.
You can also do follower only chat.
Oh.
I would need to look into it. Right.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
But the text is
You know, we probably should have discussed this whole thing 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, this is true, but I never saw this to be a thing that would actually make any money, and I do believe we have made in the amount of 3 figures in the entire 2.5 years.
You mean like what?
Couple
$3?
$100.
Yes,
Yeah,
probably like
we've
that.
made money,
This is
but
fine.
we've probably all of us have spent close to some of us have spent as much of that on our own equipment.
The art alone is like $300
Oh yeah.
that we've been spending on it. So.
Yeah. By the way, it's speechchat.com, and you just hook in your page to it, your channel, and it will read the chat for you. And you can filter words and stuff like that, and you can have it.
Well, we will announce
Yeah, it's fun.
soonish. I think the other problem too is
We
Steven
will
right now his
see.
computer broke down, so he's borrowing somebody's laptop. I'm gonna go see him right after this actually.
Okay.
There could be an option where you two are in the same room and use your equipment. And I would be over here because I obviously can't make that travel.
That's true. However, we're also thinking, how do we feel about showing actual clips of stuff? That would be. I mean, it's for educational purposes, but we're making money off it. And I don't. I
Yeah,
want to show.
there's gonna be a copyright thing over there.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what. It's difficult to show.
I have to look at it. It has to be. It can only be a certain amount of time, like so many seconds.
Yeah.
And it can't have any copyrighted music in it.
Yeah.
So if it's just straight up like text, like saying something, then as long as it's only between so and so, you can do it.
Oh, and also maybe just like to highlight like the piece of music. It's only because we're going to be saying like, look, here's the scene. Look how it's filmed. Check out the lighting here.
Well, technically, we can put whatever in music, whatever. It's just that when it goes through the Twitch filters and the vibes, all that shit is going to be muted out.
Yeah.
They'll mute the entire
the video is fine as long as it is just enough video to prove your review aspect. It's under fair use. It's just you can't do, we're going to put on 2 hours of A New Hope and then just go, our review.
And then
fantastic. That's not fair use.
Yeah.
That's
so
your copyright.
So you got like a little 20-second clip. You say, okay, I just want to show this clip. Boom. Then be like, done. Like right there, this, and this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
Then usually you're fine.
If you do like a 20-second clip, but you then do like a 5-minute proper review on it, you then do a qualitative change to the actual content.
We could also just do it so that we put the movie on our screens and tell people, okay, the movie starts now, and if they're watching the same thing, we can like do
just
the
kind of do it as like a audio
commentary. Is that
scene.
we're watching along with it, and the problem is we can't be like, okay, pause here. I want to highlight this, And the whole point is for us to mostly be discussing this, and this, but just occasional. Here's how they did it, or why they did it, or here's a setup, here's a payoff.
So
now fast forward to the 8 minutes and 46 seconds later, and now we're going to show you this.
Yeah,
and then pre-orders, if it's like A New Hope, you've got the right version of A New Hope.
Yeah, there's enough different versions.
Yeah, and that progress. Yeah, more riff track style. Be co-commenting on that.
Well, by the way, if it's gonna be the New Hope, is this gonna be the original Laserdisc version or the redone master mix that is available?
Whatever's available. It doesn't matter because the story elements are still the same.
Yeah, it's only minor elements.
They've only added.
Like
things that didn't influence.
I'm
sorry.
and
shot first.
Yeah, I know. That's my
which is a great counterpoint, which is talking about character introductions and what we think about as a likable characters.
Yeah.
And that's they've traded. You know what?
We'll
save this for later.
You can save that later. That's a good talking point. That's a good talking point. Leave it for the show.
There we go. Perfect. Anyways.
Well, that's actually one thing you could do is if you don't want to hit a specific potential copyright, is you could do something like,
I want to hit the most.
You could.
I'm going to be taking advantage of the 20-second rule. That's all I'm going to say.
20-second rule. You could do character introductions, and that's
we could just act them out as act them out. Then
I
it
have
could be our thing.
I have to admit that between A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, I did see them combined more than 100 times in theaters.
Wow. Right. I'm sure
you were young enough to see both of them, the originals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the originals?
On June 6th, 1977 was the first time I ever saw a movie in a cinema, and it was Star Wars.
Damn.
Wow.
And I saw it 6 times that summer.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think which films have I seen multiple times. I've seen Watchmen 3 times because I saw it by myself. Saw it with then.
You're just into big blue dicks, yeah? Okay.
No, I end up watching it with multiple groups of friends.
But you wanted to see the big blue dick multiple times, okay? Yeah.
Hold on, Gail. Do you like music?
Thank you for sharing that story that you really liked that movie a lot, that you've watched it at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I watched the Star Trek Reimagined 5 times at cinema.
Nice.
Yeah.
The movie that I've seen the most times in cinema is The Central Intelligence by my man The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's the only movie that has gotten 3 years for me in theaters.
I've seen Rocky Horror Picture Show 36 times in cinemas, but we were putting the floor show on in the front, so it was free.
Right.
Most of them.
Oh, Les Mis, I've seen 3 times, the film. Again.
I generally watch a movie in the cinemas once.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the times I'm going to be on video because
Multiple
I'm not that
times,
much of a
yes.
movie experience guy.
A lot of it was just
I
like when I've
watching
done...
other people's reactions
Mhm.
to movies. So weirdly enough, I find the time you get the most out of a movie is the third time you see it.
Mhm.
That doesn't
Because
explain
you're
the
paying
30-somethings for the Star Wars things, but the third time you see a movie is the time you get the most out of it. And I see them with different, well, I haven't seen a movie in the theater for like 2 years now, but I don't know, I like seeing it and the reactions of other people. It's almost like I'd rather, like,
I'm with you.
When Avatar came in, it was like, holy shit, this is so beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And
Twice.
so by the third and fourth time I'm seeing it in the cinema, it's like, okay, now I know what's going to happen. I want to see how other people react to it.
Yeah.
Zimmy's been awfully quiet. Let's hear his opinions on watching movies. I like films.
I saw a movie back in 1984. Yeah.
No. I mean, I got kids, man. I don't go to movies anymore. If they're not animated, that's about it. Movie. I would say within like the last like year or two, well, a bit more than 2 years. Only movie I've been to a movie theater more than once to go see is Black Panther in the last like few years. I think I went to see that like 3 or 4 times, but then Corona hit, and then I don't go to movies anymore. But as a kid, no, we didn't go to movies a lot.
I've actually say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I will say the one movie I've watched more than any movie on this fucking earth, and I don't know why. Now that I'm 35, I'm like, why the fuck am I watching this movie? Is fucking Willow.
Oh,
really? I've watched that movie so many times.
I
can't think about how many times I've seen it, but I rewatched it recently. But that used to be, it was from my childhood. The films I used to watch: Willow, Free Willy, and Galen. Don't you dare make any more dick jokes there, and.
Oh, I wasn't going to.
Yeah, fair enough. What was it?
Really
Short Circuit.
Yeah,
like
Short Circuit's a classic.
Yeah. Batteries not included.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
George, sorry. Yes.
Possibly Police Academy 6 for some strange reason.
6?
Because it was on all the fucking time. That's why it was on cable all the fucking time.
All the time. Yeah, I think it was Willow, The Labyrinth.
No, Labyrinth I never saw as a kid. I actually watched that as an adult.
Yeah, kid all the time. It was like on like I used to watch a lot of like random TV shows when a kid. Because like it'd be one of those movies that be on, and it's like, you're 8 years old. Why are you up at 2:00 in the morning? I don't fucking know. Because my parents ain't messing with me. And you'll see it on like, old school like Nickelodeon or old school like fucking TNT. Channels that no one knows about anymore. Nobody knows about these channels anymore. You know what I mean? Like Nick at Night. When the last time you seen fucking Nick at Night?
For the youngsters, we used to have a thing called a TV that we used to watch shows on, and you used to have adverts and advert breaks. None of this on-demand stuff.
And it used to be in 3:4, not in widescreen, not 16:9. It was in 3:4. It was a square fucking image.
I still prefer 3:4 over widescreen any day.
3:4 isn't a square, by the way.
No,
it's a
it was more squarish than it.
The movie I've watched probably the most would be The Road to El Dorado. We used to watch that with my brothers back to back in Finnish and English because it was on the same VHS. in Finnish and then in English behind it. So we would watch in one language and then the other language.
To learn your English.
That's
That-
fantastic.
It sounds so different. in
Yeah.
the other
Oh yeah,
language.
yeah, yeah.
Well, even
Here's the English version. Hi, my name is John. Let me introduce you to. In Finnish, I sound like this. But what if written? It's just a different voice and modality.
you guys were talking about not seeing the same movie multiple times in theaters. I've seen the same movie multiple times in theaters on the same day.
I've not done that.
I don't
ever.
understand you, boomers.
Well, let's see. 2010 Odyssey 2. I went and saw it, and then the person I was supposed to be seeing it with showed up late. They were in line, so I got in line and watched it again.
Game. Fair enough.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. No,
Oh,
sorry, not
classic.
Raiders. The Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
It was the first time in this city they'd actually done morning showings. Okay, and there was a 9 a.m. showing and an 11 a.m. showing. And there were like, I don't know, 10 of us there, all sitting in the front row. We watched the movie, but a couple of them had got there late, so they asked if they could stick around and watch the beginning of the movie again. And they said, yeah, it's 11 a.m. for their second showing. Not even, like, it's not going to sell out, no issue.
Yeah.
Well, we all sat around and watched it again, and the silly thing was they were letting people in during the credits because the movie's an hour and 55 minutes long. So the credits were still going at 11 o'clock from the first showing because they had put like commercials or whatever first. Well, actually, probably wasn't commercial previews.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Um,
something.
And the most I've seen a movie on the same day was 3 times.
Jeez.
And that was the Star Wars original trilogy.
re-release?
Not the original, sorry. Episodes 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. Those are the only ones that I saw multiple times in theaters. Because at first I was like, they're not that good as I wanted them to be. Maybe if I sit somewhere different, let me sit somewhere different.
Yeah.
The surround sound will hit different. And
You were
I'm
wanting
like-
to give Lucas the opportunity to actually show how brilliant he was.
I'm like, I like some bits, but I don't like other
Actually,
bits.
the Phantom Menace, it was only twice because we did the Phantom Menace, the Matrix, and then the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Because, well, I wanted to convince the person I was seeing.
Uh,
No, we don't need to see it 3 times. Let's see the Matrix in between.
the ironic one was the one my sister between my siblings, there's 20 years difference between me and my siblings. I'm the baby in the family. And the one, for a few years, my sister kind of always thought I was a year older than I was when it came to birthday presents and cards and all that sort of stuff. So the one year that she got my age right was me in the queue with her to get in to see the second Matrix film. I'm literally only like half a year younger than the title. And she then confirms, nope, he's 14. I'm like, damn it.
Sadness.
Yeah. And she's like, afterwards, she goes, I didn't realize it's a 15. And I went, nice big 15 mark next to the. And she goes, whoops. So I end up seeing Kangaroo Jack instead.
Ooh, you lose.
Kangaroo Jack.
Well, I have to
Yeah,
go.
that movie is horrid.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jimmy's got peoples and stuff to do. Hey,
Yeah.
catches-
Well, I got-
Right.
I have to make sure my kids are asleep because it's midnight.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, sure.
I think it's about time to wrap up anyway. We'll talk about movies one Monday, probably next month.
Yep, sure.
Sure.
It is then
We'll figure it out.
farewell, everyone. And as Carlos likes to say,
Bonus
Bonus
nachos.
nachos.
nachos, everybody.
Bonus nachos.